Hello and welcome to the Matchday experience. It has been a while, but we are back with a banger. Newcastle United will be taking on Arsenal in the Premier League. So let's head over to St James's Park and see what happens today.
I think we're going to get a corner. Gabriel.
Good afternoon everyone, it is game day here in Newcastle. I'm off to St James's Park for the first time in a while actually, so I'm very excited of course. Both Newcastle and Arsenal came through their Carabao Cup ties with wins, nice and simple for Arsenal against Port Vale, and of course Newcastle battered Bradford, so that was good. I would like to add though that despite Newcastle being really good defensively in the last few games, Arsenal have netted 10 times in the Premier League so far, so it's going to be a tough one today, but I'm confident we're going to get something out of it. Newcastle United have struggled in front of goal so far this season, netting just 3 times in 5 Premier League games. Additionally, 3 of those games have ended in 0-0 draws, and although Newcastle United haven't been scoring as much as they'd like, they have been solid at the back, keeping 4 clean sheets so far this campaign. So guys, I'm here with Midday. You are an Arsenal fan.
Yes sir.
What's your score prediction for today's game?
It's going to be a sticky game. It's going to be very tough. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal, interesting. Yeah. Who's going to score?
I think Joe Linton's going to score early for Newcastle. I think they're going to get really at it first and then. I think we're going to get a corner. Gabriel. I think we're going to get a corner. Gabriel.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
Knock it about, and then late winner. The one and only, man. He's going to. One of these weeks, I'm going to be right. I wasn't right last week. I'm going to be right today.
Maybe. We'll see. Gabriel tends to turn up in big games, so exactly. You could be right with that as well. Anyway, thank you very much, man.
Hey,
see you soon. Take care.
You too.
Thank you. Newcastle's big money signing Nick Woltemade is expected to lead the line against Arsenal despite being benched against Barcelona. The German got off the mark in his first game for the club, scoring the only goal in a 1-0 win against Wolves. I personally really like what I've seen from Nick Woltemade so far, so hopefully he'll deliver and score some more goals for the club, and against Arsenal on Super Sunday would be the perfect time to do it. As far as Arsenal are concerned, they rescued a huge point in the title race last Sunday after Gabriel Martinelli came off the bench and scored an injury time equaliser against Manchester City. Guys, I'm here with another fan.
Miles.
Yeah,
man.
Your score prediction is?
As chief Arsenal hater, I believe I'm the #1 Arsenal hater in the country.
Okay.
It's a very prestigious role, one I take very seriously. So with that being said, if I'm being realistic, I do think it's going to be a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
I think Arsenal are struggling to score goals, and I think Newcastle haven't been performing to the heights that they did last season. I think they've got a new striker and they need him to bed in, and
yeah.
I mean, look, he scored already, Woltemade, so you know.
What do you think of Woltemade then? Do you think he's got good potential?
Yeah, it's more of a potential thing. Get him embedded into the Premier League. He's already scored, so the confidence is through the roof.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, some strikers like Sesko are only just scoring their first goals in the Prem type thing, so keep his confidence high. Don't overplay him, overuse him, and I think he'll be all right.
Okay. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. The Gunners easily dispatched of Leeds and Forest, defeated Man United on the opening day and got off to a winning start in their Champions League campaign, so it's been a very positive start for Mikel Arteta's men so far. Arsenal claimed bragging rights in the last encounter, but the atmosphere at Newcastle's St James's Park fortress is sure to be electric. So, will the Toon Army roar their side on to a vital 3 points at home, or will the Gunners fire their way further up the table? So guys, I'm outside the stadium now. Got about half an hour to go until kickoff. I've just been interviewed by FOTMob. I was in Shearer's for a drink before the game, and then I came outside, was just wandering around here. FOTMob came up to me and said, do you want to do a little interview? So I did one. We were speaking about Lamine Yamal, obviously one of the best players in the world right now, and his potential is absolutely insane. So look out for that on their social medias. It was pretty cool. And I just interviewed some guys as well from BR Football, so that was pretty interesting. I think it was BR Football. But anyway, today's football is Newcastle United versus Arsenal. Huge game, expect some big things. Gordon is back, which is fantastic. I want to see more from Woltemade as well. We need a goal from him today. Those two are starting up front together in a 5-3-2. 3 at the back, I'm a huge fan of it. Can Eddie Howe make it work today? Hopefully he can, but Arsenal will pose such a tough test to the Toon today. It's time to go into St James's Park and see what happens. Nice couple of interviews there, and today I've got myself a front row seat at St James's Park. I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be a close game, and I'm going to say 2-1 to Newcastle United.
Okay.
I've been saying draw all weekend, 2-2, 1-1, but no, now I'm in the ground, I'm feeling it. There's a good vibe around the stadium today, and I think we're going to get 3 points.
No.
Checking it, but as it stands, Arsenal have a penalty. Nick Pope with the foul on Gyökeres. The referee's going over to the monitor. It might not even be a foul, but I think it was Bruno Guimaraes that lost the ball. Arsenal came forward with a long ball, and then he's gone round the keeper. Pope's taken him down. It looked like a foul, but what usually happens when the referee goes to the monitor is that he changes his mind.
The Newcastle goalkeeper plays the ball and there is no foul.
The atmosphere in here now is absolutely electric. It turned out Pope played the ball. It wasn't a foul. Gyökeres apparently didn't dive. And most importantly, it's still 0-0. No penalty for Arsenal. And now the momentum is with the Geordies. Nick Pope has made another very, very crucial save, this time from Eberechi as a really nice shot on the volley, and I'm surprised it didn't go in, to be honest. Pope also kept us in the game earlier on with a lovely save down to his left. Arsenal have a corner now, Bukayo Saka on this near side.
Your goal scorer, number 27.
Get in there. I think that's deserved as well. Arsenal started brighter, but we came back into it and we've turned it around. And Woltemade has made Arsenal pay. Lovely header, good corner, fantastic. I said I wanted to see big things from Woltemade, and he's delivered. He's done it. The big German up top. What a signing for Newcastle United. Tonali is down. This doesn't look too good. I'm not sure if he's going to have to come off or if he just needs a breather, but we shall see. This game is turning into a really feisty, exciting, lively one. Tackles flying in all over the place. The Arsenal players seem pretty rattled. They weren't happy that the goal was given. I'm not sure what they were complaining about, but either way, Woltemade has done it again at home for Newcastle. Who's there? Half-time here at St James's Park, a very entertaining first 45 minutes. I don't think there was much in it, to be honest with you. I think Arsenal definitely started better. Newcastle came into it more, and then Arsenal finished a little bit better. The crowd were really up for it as well. The atmosphere in here is fantastic, as usual at St James's Park. In the second 45, I'd like to see Newcastle winning some more duels. We've been out-muscled a lot in the midfield. Joelinton is one of the biggest players in the Premier League physically, and he's lost a lot of duels in the air as well. Apart from Dan Burn and Woltemade, we haven't really seen much from our boys. The formation, I don't mind it. It seems like it's not quite at its full potential yet. I think a few things are missing. We're not doing a few things right. Tino Livramento and Murphy have looked sort of out of place, out of position at times, but overall fairly positive. And of course, the main statistic is that we are 1-0 up. So let's see if we can continue that in the second half. Less than a minute into the second half and Newcastle United nearly doubled their lead. Nick Woltemade was absolutely saved by the flag there. I have no idea how he didn't put that in the back of the net. For Arsenal, Saliba is now on the pitch for Mosquera. Go on, go on. Nick Pope once again to Newcastle's rescue. Arsenal really starting to pile on the pressure now. They've had a few good chances, but our number one has remained strong. Triple substitution for Newcastle United. Elanga, Osula and Trippier all making their way onto the pitch. There have been a couple of substitutions for both sides. Zubamendi's coming off now. Tino Livramento went off for Newcastle. He was injured, unfortunately, so hopefully he recovers quickly. Arsenal have been playing all right. They have been a bit better, but Newcastle still remaining strong at the back.
2 seconds later.
Oh, no. That unfortunately was a very well worked set piece from Arsenal, and Mikel Merino heads to the Gunners level. Newcastle won a penalty for a handball by Gabriel. I'm not sure, his hand was close to his body, but VAR are checking it. I think it hit his arm. No pen. Oh. Right at the death. Gabriel has won it for Arsenal. It was a corner and we should have done better. It was a good header. Arsenal, to be fair, Arsenal have been putting a lot of pressure on Newcastle. We had defended very well, but it just proved too much for us in the end, unfortunately. There is still about a minute to go, maybe a minute and a half, but it's disappointing. It's a tough one to take. All or nothing. All or nothing.
Next home game is a week today for a 2 p.m. kickoff against Nottingham Forest. We hope to see you here at St James's Park for that.
Well then, what a game. It was an interesting one. Unfortunately, the result didn't go our way, and congratulations to Arsenal. They were much better in the second half and probably deserved it overall just about. I think it was a fairly even game. I think a draw definitely would have been fair, but if you had to pick one side, then probably would have been Arsenal to deserve it. Mainly based on the fact that in the second half, they were a lot better. Arsenal just kept piling on the pressure when we were 1-0 up. And then once they got their equaliser, you just knew. You kind of got that feeling. Everyone got really nervous. We had been defending pretty much the whole half and it was Arsenal all the way. It's a painful one for us, but you know what? That's what the big teams do, isn't it? Gabriel as well, good header. And Arsenal came away with the 3 points. I'd also like to talk about Tino Livramento. I didn't actually see the injury, so I'm not too sure what happened. I think it might have been his knee, but it didn't look good. Hopefully he comes back nice and quickly because he's been such an important player for this Newcastle United team. He can play on the left and on the right, and I think he's fantastic, to be honest. But anyway, it was a fairly good game overall, and despite the result, it was a very entertaining watch, I must say. Speaking of entertaining watches, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss a video. Next week, I'm not sure there will be a video, as I'm pretty sure I'm unavailable, and then the week after that is the international break. However, the following week, so the weekend of the 18th, 19th, I'm hoping to go to Scotland for the very first time. Rangers and Celtic are currently top of my list to visit, and I've never actually been, so I think it would be quite interesting. Obviously, I'll be producing much more Newcastle United content this season. I also personally love German football, so I'm hoping to get over there a few times to make some videos. And also, what do you want to see more of in the videos? The interviews were back today. I personally love doing interviews and love being interviewed. As I said, I was interviewed by FOTMob. I didn't film any of it, but hopefully it will be out on their socials very soon. But when I visit a new ground, then perhaps I'll do something different, maybe bring a few guests as well, we shall see. But if there's something specific that you would like to see in these videos, then please don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. But I think that's everything for now. I've waffled on a bit too long, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Thanks again for watching, take care, and I will see you in the next one.